In the picturesque town of Serenity Grove, where the winding streets were lined with charming cottages, Lisa, a young artist with a penchant for solitude, led a seemingly ordinary life in her cozy abode. The quietude of the town matched the peaceful ambience of her home, where the tranquility was only occasionally disrupted by the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant chirping of crickets. Yet, in the quietude of Lisa's cottage, subtle anomalies began to unfurl like delicate tendrils of mist weaving through the air. A chair, once perfectly aligned with the rustic table, stood slightly askew. Everyday items, a pen, a framed photograph, appeared to migrate across the room in Lisa's absence. Initially dismissing these peculiar occurrences as the whims of an overactive imagination, Lisa couldn't shake the gnawing feeling that something inexplicable was taking place within the walls of her quaint dwelling. One evening, as the sun cast its warm glow upon the rolling hills, Lisa found herself alone in the living room, absorbed in the strokes of her paintbrush. The daylight waned, and the room plunged into twilight. It was then that Lisa felt a presence, intangible, yet undeniably there. A subtle shift in the atmosphere clung to the air, and the hairs on the back of her neck stood on end. She hesitated, glancing around the room, but there was no one to be seen. Days turned into weeks, and the subtle disturbances escalated. Objects shifted when Lisa's back was turned, whispers lingered in the air, and a lingering unease settled within the cottage. Lisa's once peaceful haven now seemed to hold an invisible spectre, an entity that made its presence known through enigmatic gestures. Determined to unravel the mystery, Lisa delved into the history of her cottage. She discovered tales passed down through generations, whispers of an enigmatic figure who once inhabited the very space she now called her own. An old journal, tucked away in the corner of the attic, chronicled the life of a troubled soul who had met an untimely end, leaving behind a legacy of unresolved pain. As the invisible roommate's mischievous actions intensified, Lisa, torn between fear and fascination, sought the help of a local paranormal investigator, Alex. The two embarked on a journey to uncover the secrets that bound the invisible entity to the cottage and to understand the malevolent force that had taken residence. Their investigation led them through chilling encounters and unexplained phenomena. Whispers echoed in the darkness, shadows seemed to dance of their own accord, and the temperature in the room fluctuated as the invisible roommate asserted its presence. It became evident that the entity harbored a deep-seated resentment, and its intentions were far from friendly. Through seances and investigations, Lisa and Alex communicated with the lingering spirit. The entity's grievances were laid bare: betrayal, loss, and an unfinished vendetta. The invisible roommate sought to torment Lisa, seeing in her a vessel for its unresolved pain and a canvas for its malevolent expressions. As the paranormal activity escalated, Lisa's life unraveled. The once serene cottage transformed into a battleground between the living and the supernatural. Desperate for answers, Lisa and Alex delved deeper into the history of the spirit, unearthing a tale of betrayal, loss, and an unfinished vendetta that bound the entity to the mortal realm. In a climactic confrontation between the seen and the unseen, Lisa confronted the invisible roommate, unraveling the dark tapestry of its past. The spirit's malevolence reached its peak, manifesting in a series of haunting events that pushed Lisa to the brink of her sanity. In a twist of fate, Lisa discovered a long-buried artifact, a forgotten relic that held the key to pacifying the vengeful spirit. With the help of Alex, she embarked on a perilous journey to put the restless soul to rest, confronting the unresolved pain that bound it to the earthly realm. The conclusion of their harrowing quest brought both closure and a sense of profound loss. The invisible roommate, once a source of terror, found peace, and the cottage regained its serenity. However, the echoes of the supernatural lingered, leaving Lisa forever changed by the spectral encounter. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the serene landscape of Serenity Grove, Lisa, now haunted by the memories of the invisible roommate, found solace in the quiet solitude of her cottage. The paranormal investigator, Alex, bid farewell, leaving the town with a newfound respect for the thin veil that separated the living from the dead. The story of the invisible roommate became a whispered legend in Serenity Grove, a cautionary tale about the echoes of unresolved pain and the profound impact of the supernatural on the lives of those who dared to uncover its secrets. And so, the quaint town nestled in the embrace of nature carried on, its cottages holding the secrets of both the living and the departed, forever bound by the delicate threads that connected their worlds. Years turned into decades, and Serenity Grove evolved with the passage of time. The legend of the invisible roommate became a distant memory, passed down through the generations as a cautionary tale about the thin veil that separated the living from the dead. In the years that followed, Lisa's cottage stood as a silent testament to the paranormal encounter that had unfolded within its walls. The town, once touched by the supernatural, continued its tranquil existence, the whispers of the unseen fading into the background of everyday life. And so, the story of Lisa and the invisible roommate became a lingering tale, a reminder that even in the most serene places, the echoes of the supernatural could leave an indelible mark on the lives of those who dared to explore the mysteries hidden within the shadows. The quaint town of Serenity Grove, with its rolling hills and charming cottages, carried on, forever bound by the delicate threads that connected the living and the departed.